In this video, I'll show you how to check for missing data. So I have this data set. It's quite a data set. And I would like to check if there are any missing data, meaning any blank cells. So I'm going to use the Excel function here. The following Excel function. And that will be count blank. And then you're going to have to select the whole record. I do that by selecting only one cell, then holding down the control key with my thumb and the shift key with my index finger. While holding down the control and the shift with my thumb and index, I will use the arrows, the arrow key to the left in my case, all the way to check if there are any missing data. So over here there aren't any missing data. So now to copy automatically and very quickly the function all the way down, what you need to do is take the mouse over to the corner, to the right bottom corner. You can see that the mouse cursor transformed from a white cross into a black skinny cross, as you can see here. So this is what you need to do. Just go over into this corner while the mouse is in this shape, black skinny cross, and then just double click. And here we go. Now you could investigate the entry of these cells one by one, but if you have a big data, this is a big volume of data, this is too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add the sum here. And the same way, I'm going to just select this cell, use the control and shift keys, hold them, and use the arrow key down, and then just to check very quickly if there are any missing data and how many missing cells. Let's say that you had a missing data somewhere in the data set. This needs to be addressed by either deleting the whole records, just get rid of the whole records. If you have one or two and you have about 200 or 150 or 300 and you feel like, you know what, I can do without one or two, it's faster, then yeah, why not just delete one or two entries and then you can get started or go to the next step. If you want to fix the missing data, it is quite it's quite a thing to do, honestly, and this is because these are ranking data. So this is a ranked, like an ordinal data. It's like a Likert scale data from 1 to 5. Usually we take the average, and then taking the average, we can use the average to adjust for missing data. In this case, it's going to be a little bit difficult to adjust for missing data. But for now, I'm just going to go to the next step, because this video is not about how to deal with missing data, it's about detecting missing data. The next step is to check for standard deviation here, checking for any bias, meaning if a person or a respondent answered 11111 throughout the whole survey, you don't want this kind of responses, right? And in fact, I only gonna check the variables that have an ordinal data. So from here, in fact, I have to select, in this case, in particular, I have to be careful about the selection. So I'm gonna use standard deviation here, and I'm gonna select only the ordinal data, yeah? Just the ordinal data, not the numerical data, just the ordinal data. Okay, it's okay if you have any 1 and 0 kind of dichotomous variables or dummy variables. So you need to pay close attention to the zeros. If there's any zero value, then you need to actually get rid of these biased data. Here, look at this. This person over here almost answered everything as 1. So this is a problem here for me. I'm going to highlight this. You need to highlight this, yeah? And then take a look. Of course, there's a way to use conditional formatting here with Excel so that you can adjust it to 0. If 0 give me a number, a color, and else give me another color. But this is an example, guys. I don't think I have any more biased. Oh, I do have here. So here's another biased. Look, guys. This is all 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is another biased response. So please pay attention to all this. And here's another one detected. Sorry, this one. Here is another biased response. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So let's check any more. No, but we have, as you can see here, detected with the standard deviation 3 biased responses. The only best course of action to do is to actually delete these rows and save the data, and then this way you are ready to rock and roll and start your analysis. But before that, you really can't. It's not a good practice. This is one of the things that you really need to do. So you gotta delete these records that has biased data. So I'm gonna delete this over here. Yeah, I'm gonna go all the way down, delete the second one. Of course, I am here. This is not the best way to do it. There's faster ways to do it, which is basically you select, or you select the whole data and then go use filters and A to Z. So the zeros will be ascending. So the zeros will be on top, so you can easily see and detect the zeros, right? And then you can put the data back again into sorting from A to Z again, but not based on, oh, you know what, let me show you how to do it rather than just talking. So let's say that this is, let me just, yeah, I use Control Z to redo. So this is standard deviation. So I'm going to just put it like that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you now how to deal with this if you have like really big data. The professional way to do it is just to select the whole data, go here, and go to custom sort, guys, and then sort by and go to standard deviation and sort from the smallest to the largest, and look what happens. Now I am very easily able to get rid of these in no time. So I'm going to just delete that. You see, now I want to put the data back again in order if you want to, and be careful and be sure that you actually added a column here for the serial. Do you see here the hashtag is just an ID? It's a serial number for all the records. So now I can just go to custom sort, and instead of sorting by the standard deviation, I'm going to sort by this hashtag from smallest to largest, and here it is. Now the data is sorted again, and that's it. Now I don't have any missing data or any missing data or any kind of missing data. In my case, let me talk to you a little bit more about dealing with missing data. For example, if you have a theoretical evidence that a certain age group is like like gender or age group has a theoretical significance in your calculations, then you probably need to compute the average within a certain age group or within a certain gender, and then use that average to smooth or to populate blank cells. If you don't have any theoretical evidence or any reason to do such a thing, then the easy way to do it is just to get here all the way down. For example, you have located some cells over here that are missing. You can just write average and use the average accordingly. However, this is not the best way to do it. Here, of course, the average will be 3, but this is one of the things that I'm telling you. If you're having this kind of like ordinal data, the average will always be, not always a 3, but it's going to be a bit, yeah, here is the average 4, the average 2, the average 3, 4, 2. So you could use actually this average. A better way of doing things, if you want the truth, a better way of doing things, but this is a bit of a complicated way. This is for more advanced research. Start starting with a kind of clustering analysis that you put the data into groups, and then you see where these cells belong to which cluster, and then within that cluster you could use the average. So that's a bit of an advanced way to do it. Now, please be aware that we don't have a nice serial numbers all the way because we deleted the 3. So I'm gonna just adjust the serial here. You see what I did? I went into the first cell and corner, double click. And now I'm gonna go into this icon and put fill serial so that I can see how many data points I have. And so I have about 673 data points in this data set. But I'm gonna use the 225 data points in the future videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you before you start your analysis in general for any kind of analysis, correlation, exploratory factor analysis, or confirmatory factor analysis and structural